What's going on, everybody? My name is Austin. You're back. BurgerFi Gaming. Sorry, my camera is off. There we go. Anyway, and we are back with Rent a Vice by Natalia Theodoredou. Why is my camera fucked up? Hello? Will you focus, fucker? I will kill you. I thought you should work whenever I need you to fucking work. There we go. Asshole. Anyway. Get that off. Alright. So we're journeying into chapter 2. In a hero's journey, this would be the call to action bit. Alright. You finally made it to your car, one piece more or less. After securing the little bastard into the passenger seat, switch on the engine. You catch a glimpse of your face in the rearview mirror. Your face looks hollow and haunted. By what? By whom? No time to think about that now. You place your hands on the steering wheel and try to stop them from trembling. Destination, Veronica's home, you say. Slowly, the car pulls out of the parking lot and joins the traffic. The steely gray silence of noiseless engines. Outside, you glimpse the droves... What? You glimpse the droves of people heading to destinations you'll never see, to live through things you'll never experience. Their faces haunted by ghosts you'll never know. How much of life is simply that? The fighting against unknowability of the world in its entirety. The unknowability of others. Their desires, their experiences, what it's like to be them. Can you ever truly know anyone? The city is still damp with the morning thunderstorm, its chrome surface glistening, its buildings tower over you on either side like mute centennials of metal and concrete. You drive through it all in silence, your head still throbbing. Little bastard keeps his eye on the road. I really want to ask this one. Do I have to answer that? He replies, catching you off guard. Suddenly he sounded mature beyond his years. Your little, my favorite disappointment is growing up. Sometimes you just can't keep up. Just can't. And you really want to know the answer? Only if you want to. He doesn't say a thing. That's not good. Veronica lives in one of the most densely populated areas in the city. It's not pretty, but rent is still low enough to make it affordable, at least for someone working 2 jobs to make ends meet. You pitch in, of course, as much as you can. You were not surprised to find that there are no parking spaces in front of your ex-wife's building. You have no choice. You take a manual control of the car, switch on the warning lights, and double park. You exit the car and walk around the other side to let your son out. Veronica is already waiting for you at the door. You're late, BurgerFi, she says. I'll just apologize. She paused for a moment as if thinking how to react. You realize the little bastard's watching. It's okay, she says finally. While you wait for little... Why is this all twisted? Fuck off. Ugh. Good enough. While you wait for little bastard to get his stuff from the back seat of the car, Veronica's dad appears at the door. Hey, BurgerFi, he mumbles. His expression is more eloquent. He despises you. Always has. Can you blame him? How you doing, Larry? You ask. Trying to sound friendly. He grunts. He has no intention of talking to you. He's simply there to keep an eye on you. He waits for the little bastard to walk up the door, then envelopes him in a hug. Do you have fun with your daddy? My favorite disappointment, he asks. And he ushers your son inside before you can catch the answer. My favorite disappointment, he calls him. My favorite disappointment, too. Veronica notices you lingering. Everything okay, BurgerFi? You look at her for a moment without speaking. Is everything okay? She approaches you. She's always in a hurry, yet she takes time to get closer to you. That's real concern on her face. Then when you least expect it, she reaches over and takes her hand in yours. No, it's not okay. I owe some guy a bunch of money. My job sucks. I miss you because I love you. My kid doesn't like me anymore. Anyway. No, I'm not okay, you continue. She looks you in the eye. I gotta go, BurgerFi, she says. I'm sorry. We'll talk later, okay? Don't forget little bastards of salad tonight, okay? Veronica shouts as you jump into your car. You'll be there, right? She doesn't wait for an answer. Alright. Entering your office, you glance at the sign on the door engraved with your name. Mr. BurgerFi Gaming, Private Investigator. Or SSPI. Not that I had to tell you guys that, you can read too. You trace the letters of the tips of your fingers. A little morning ritual of yours. You recall the day you decided to become a private investigator. It's fresh in your memory, as if it were yesterday. Hmm. I'll just go with this one. Someone had taken him, but they never found out who did. Everyone there said that there was nothing they could have done. You never quite believed it, but you knew you never wanted to feel that way again. You felt that day. When they retrieved the boy's body from the river where he'd been dumped, the helplessness. Now you know things don't always turn out the way you want, and even doing your best isn't always enough. It is what it is. You make your way into the office and switch on the lights. It's familiar surroundings greet you, and it's like you're finally home. Let's see here. I want to go with the first one. That sounds really cool. Small round bot that keeps your office clean swerves out of your way as you walk in. Before sitting at your desk, you perform the second ritual of your workday. I light a cigarette. I always do. I really do. Like when I go to work in the morning, like I'll walk in, I'll put my drink down if I'm carrying one, and then I'll go outside to pick up some of the trash and stuff, and then I'll throw the trash away and I'll sit down in the smoke pit and I'll smoke a cigarette before I go back inside and finish anything. Anyway, you plunge yourself into your desk chair and inhale deeply. The smoke burns your lungs. Then there's a light knock at the door. A striking person walks in, a handsome man walks in, or a suddenly beautiful woman walks in. I guess we'll go with the woman. I don't know. Because okay, so it said the way they want this person, Natalia Theodora wanted it to be neutral, so she didn't make you choose a gender. She doesn't make you choose your spouse. She doesn't make you choose anything. So you can say just a person, you can say it, he, she, spouse, whatever. But I feel like I'm not saying that I'm against people who don't identify or won't as what they seem to be. I'm also not against trans or anything like that. You'll be what you want to be, but I think this is going to be another love scene that she's trying to foreshadow here. And if that's the case, I want it to be my belief is that I'm not gay and I'm not bi or anything, so my belief would be I'd go with a girl. But then again, I'm not saying I'm against anybody like that. If you are gay or straight or bi or you're a man that wants to identify as a woman or a woman wants to identify as man, that's okay. But I simply am doing what I believe in. So, anyway, back to this nonsense. I know, surprised I'm drinking water out of a coffee cup. I'm out of soda and I can't buy any until tomorrow, so I can hydrate for a little bit. What the fuck is going on out there? Guns. Okay. Yeah, it's training. Anyway, as the norm these days, the woman's hollow discreetly pings you with her pronouns. You try to pin down what makes her so stunning. I don't have my phone or look up what that means. I don't actually find her that attractive. Okay, well, let's think about this. Why do I think that my girl is so attractive? Why do I find her as stunning as she is? Ugh. Well, none of this. I mean, yeah, my girl's got a pretty face, but I think the best thing that makes her her is a personality, and that's not an option. So I'm gonna go with her voice. It reminds you of someone you used to know well, but you can't quite put your finger on who it is. Come in, you say, beckoning her to take the chrome seat on the other side of your desk. She sits down stiffly. She keeps a briefcase she's carrying on her lap. You are Selena Ferreira, I think. Ferreira. I'm just gonna call her Ferreira. You study Selena for a moment, trying to decide what the best way to approach this woman would be. Keep it professional. Nice to meet you, Miss Ferreira. Please, call me Selena, she says. As you wish. You sit upright in your chair, you wrap your fingers together. So, you say casually but seriously, what can I do for you? This is about my, friend, Lori Matthews. She disappeared 3 months ago. Your ears perk up. Your ears perk up at the way she describes her. She's not telling you everything. Friend? Do you ask? Just a friend? She paused for a moment, looking straight in the eye. You sense that she's trying to decide whether she can trust you or not. She hasn't made up her mind yet. Clever, but what is it that's making her so cautious? Lover, she says after a long moment. Partner. however you want to call it. Another pause. We're not married, though, so I don't have any legal recognition of my status in relation to her. Okay, have you gone to the police? So it's the first question you ask. Well, no, your first question was what can I do for you? So, no. It used to surprise you how little people trusted the police. It doesn't surprise you anymore, and for good reason. The police said she's dead. They pronounced it a suicide. I'll move this down so you can see what I'm doing. I was not expecting that. Your surprise takes her back. Yes, she mumbles. I'm sorry, you say then, but I can't help the dead. No, you don't understand. They never identified the body they found. I'm not convinced Lori's dead. In fact, I'm certain she's not. You rub your forehead, press your fingers against your eyes until everything goes dark for a moment. Okay, go on. Start from the beginning. She takes a folder out of her briefcase, passes it to you. There are pictures of a burnt car at the bottom of the cliff. The first ones were taken by a drone, but the rest were clearly snapped by hand. Closing up on every gory detail, the metal frame of the car has almost melted. Inside a body so charred that it's hard to believe it had ever been a person. There's also an autopsy report, mostly useless, and a photo of Selena's partner, a young woman looking straight at the camera. She is not smiling. You vaguely remember that the hollow news reporter on the incident mentioned briefly between a cereal commercial and a VE plug. Why did it stick with you? Selena stares at the photos of the burnt car. She's been missing for a week before they found the car. She fishes a cigarette from her pocket, her hand trembling. She looks up. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I smoke in here? Sure. Actually, I'm going to motion toward my own cigarette. That seems really cool. Yeah, it's right there. She mumbles a thank you while lighting a cigarette. She takes a deep breath. Man, I need to do a smoke here pretty soon. Losing my mind. Okay. I mean, you rephrase, how were things between you before the incident? Not great, she says. We've been drifting apart for some time. I didn't always agree with her choices or the way she chose to spend her time. It didn't happen. You blamed yourself. She stares at you, her eyes shining. Yes, I felt guilty for a long time. I thought I drove her away. Perhaps if I had been there, if I'd known more about what she was going through, none of this would have happened. I know how this feels, you say. She keeps staring at you, her lips pressed together. You glance at your nose and then at her. I should probably make sure she's okay to go on. Yes, I'm fine, she says. Thank you. Shall I go on? She nods. "3 days ago, I received this in the mail from an unknown sender." She beams. A scan of the mail with her holo. It's a voucher for a free book from Rarebacks, my favorite website. See? She points the book title. It's for The Missing Voice by Jean-Paul Sartre. Sartre? I don't know. So, there is no such book. So you think this is a message from Lori? I spoke to the police detective that was in charge of the case, but he turned me away, said I was imagining things, suggested that I was losing my mind. You know a thing or two about that. Okay, you say. Okay. She places her cigarette in the ashtray. You think I'm crazy too? No, I've seen a lot in my career so far to believe this is perfectly plausible. Okay, she says, her voice almost inaudible. I'd like to hear a bit more about you. Well, I own a bookshop, Selena says. That explains how easily she decoded the message. If it is in fact from her partner, that is, and not a prank or a mistake or something else entirely. A bookshop, I thought. They had gone extinct years ago. I even watched a holodoc about it. I get that a lot, but there are a few left despite what the holodocs say. Mine is one of them. This interests me. She interests me what more? Okay. I actually do like books, so. But maybe asking her favorite book will kind of de-stress this situation, and I can maybe get a little more information out of her. Selena appears pleasantly surprised by your question, perhaps even a little too lighthearted, considering the reason she's here. It's a play, actually. It's called No Exit. You know it? No, it doesn't ring a bell. It's by a French philosopher. He thought that the other people were our mirrors, our torturers, our hell. Sounds like a happy guy. Selena smiles but doesn't reply. She glances at the window, but there's nothing to see there. All your windows face walls. Do you agree with him, you ask? I don't know. You carry on. I need to know a bit more about Lori, you say. Selena crosses her arms across her chest. I'm sorry. I know it's difficult. About a year ago, Lori got interested in virtual experience, Selena says. She was a rent-a-vice. Oh. Selena gives a short, nervous laugh. God, she hated that term. She thought it made the whole thing sound so simple, you know? Shallow. Takes another drag of a cigarette. You see, Lori was a social worker. She always looked beneath the surface. Oh, guys, I'm going to go make myself a little bit of coffee, because this water seems really dry, which is weird. I'm going to go far. I'll still be on camera. All my shit's right here. I need to make coffee. Some coffee cup. Got a Keurig over here, so this shit's awesome. Stay open. This. Oh, shit, I'll have a bag in there. I'll put you right here for now. Such a lazy shit. Anyway. Cool. Boop. Alright. Put another shit for it. Anyway, back to what I was saying about that brew. So her interest in VE was professional. At first, yes, she was assigned some cases. I don't know the details. Then later, I think it got personal, Selena adds. We make a note to chase up the cases Lori may be looking into. I presume she got involved as a user. Do you know which club she went to? No, but I know it was an underground one. None of the entry-level one favored by beginners, she used to say. They were too vanilla. I see. Shrivels her forehead, silent for a minute. Okay, you say. I think I have everything I need for now. So, she says, she puts her cigarette out. I guess this means you were taking the case? Should we discuss your payment? Payment? Yes. You currently have 100 credits in total, and you have a big child support payment coming up at the end of the month, on top of all your debt. I don't have much, she continues, but understand that your work is difficult, and answers don't come for free. Okay. So I don't want to be a bastard, so I don't want to ask for credits right up above, but personally I believe that if you're going to get paid for doing something, you shouldn't be paid until it's done. Can you stop making so much noises? Hot. Do not lift. Yeah, thank you. I am pretty hot, but I don't lift either, so totally kidding. I'm an ugly fuck and I don't give a shit. Oh, it smells so good. Anyway, I'll only accept payment when I've solved the case. This is standard professional practice. Can you also see me? Yeah, we're good. I appreciate that, Selena says. Still, you must have running costs. At least let me offer a moderate advance, save 100 credits. Well, if you insist. I do, and I'll make sure I tell everyone about the kind of professional you are. After... Oh, it's done. Cool. Excuse me, guys. Just gonna make my coffee real quick. It's too hot to drink right now. But I always do the same thing. A little bit of honey. Oh, beautiful. Put some honey in here. Good gop in there. A little bit of creamer. Chocolate. I prefer the creamy chocolate when I have a sweet tooth like I do today. There we go. Where's my spoon? Oh, it smells amazing, guys. It really does. Used to be a big coffee guy, and then I started buying energy drinks, and they're just getting too expensive these days. So I'm just going to stick with my coffee. So how's everybody's day going? Fair to talk to you guys while I'm, making coffee. So how's your day? How's your guys' day going? Mine was alright. Just worked all day as usual, and come home and record videos for you guys for your entertainment. Put a lid over this. There we go. Move that up there. Alright. Anyway, For some reason, it seems to you that it's been on her mind all day long. Before I go, she says, do you mind if I ask you something? She looks at you, her soft voice and calming, like she was talking to a wounded animal. How did you get the scar? She said, pointing at the one on my face, wrist, or neck. I'm going to go with the one on the neck. I think having a neck scar would be legit. It's like right there. Like someone tried to cut you and you're like, ugh! You almost died. That can't be good for business. You laugh. You'd be surprised. You touch the scar on your neck with the tips of your fingers. You're not laughing anymore. So what happened? Yeah, I mean, I could keep it professional, but at the same time, like, if you tell people the truth, they're more likely to trust you, which in turn makes it more professional. So, you take a deep breath and let it out slowly. Selena is waiting for you to go on. It was an accident, I say. Ooh, a case went sideways. I know some dangerous people, you continue. You trace the scar that runs from one side of your neck to the other. They wanted me out of the way. I cannot believe it, Selena says. Can't she? The woman who came to you with a conspiracy theory about her partner's suicide. Who'd do something like that? You continue to shake your head. You're lucky to be alive. You grimace. Lucky. Yeah. You wait for the sound of Selena's steps in the corridor to fade away before you call up Detective Wopio. I was going to call him Torvald from now on because I don't know how to pronounce that. So Detective Torvald on your hello. Good morning, Torvald, you say as his friend's face appears before you. Hey, if it isn't Burkify, my favorite PI, how you doing? Did you see in the news this morning? I did, quite the hero, aren't you? Ah, you flatter me. I was just doing my job. He pauses. So, what can I do for you? Does the name Lori Matthews ring any bells? Another pause. Matthews, is that what you said? That's right, Lori Matthews. Is that the missing persons case? You never said so. Was that a lucky guess? Only necessary information. I'm not sure yet. It appears to be suicide, but there are a few things I need to check, just in case. So, I was wondering whether I could take a look at your file for that case. Ah, right. Torvald pauses. No problem. I'll check it out and beam the files to you as soon as I get my hands on them. That'd be great. Thanks, man. Alright, is there anything else I can do for you? No, that's all. Then you slap your forehead as you've just remembered. Oh, before you go, do you know of any underground VE clubs? You know, the rent-a-vice places? Sure, vanilla or hardcore stuff. The latter. New habits for your good self, old Burkify? He winks at you. I'm just going to act like I didn't hear that. So you ask, is just that Lori Matthews apparently was into that stuff. I thought I should take a look around, cover all the bases. I see, he says. He rubs his chin, pensive. Is he trying to remember, or is he trying to decide whether he should tell you? There's one on 34th and Central. I start there, he says. You note it down. You note down the address. Got it. Perfect. Are you done? Can I continue? Alright, cool. Anyway, before turning the second connection, Torvald looks at you through the hollow. He hesitates for a moment and says, I wouldn't get too invested in that case if I were you, Burkify. Sounds like a loser to me. He hangs up before you have the chance to respond. Alright, well that's the end of chapter 2. I'm doing this chapter by chapter if you can't tell. So we will start chapter 3 in a later episode. So, as always, like this video, please like and subscribe. If you have suggestions, gameplay tips, comments, put in the comment section below, and I will see you all in the next episode.